Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Friday, the 23rd day of April. It's National Cherry Cheesecake Day. Oh,
Yum.
I want to celebrate that so bad. It's also Lost Dogs Awareness Day. And if you've ever lost a dog, you know that is a tough thing. National Picnic Day.
Picnic
sounds good.
baskets.
National Take a Chance Day. So maybe take a chance and have a cherry cheesecake picnic. Huh? With a lost dog. I don't know. Probably not that. And National Talk Like Shakespeare Day.
All right.
To be or not to be?
Yeah, I'm not participating
No?
in that one either.
Okay. Well, I'll skip out on all of that. So all of that stuff is going on. And I've got a really interesting guest joining me today. Mr. Gatsby Randolph. And I'm excited to chat with Gatsby because he is just a really interesting dude out in Hollywood. And since we've got, a big award show thing coming up this weekend, I thought this would be the perfect time to have him as a guest. So that's coming up in just a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Australian researchers have found that the window of cannabis impairment can last anywhere from 3 hours to 10 hours. Wow.
Oh.
The length of marijuana intoxication is being studied in order to answer questions like how long should a cannabis user have to wait before operating a vehicle.
Right. That's
So there's
very important.
A lot
to
of
know.
questions, and they're doing this study in Australia, and some think that it's because of that, and others think that they're just good excuses for them to use cannabis in the lab. I think is what other people are doing.
I don't know.
A new study over here finds the average woman pops how many pimples in her lifetime? What a disgusting thing to talk
Oh,
about.
gross.
Just give me a number. In a lifetime.
In her lifetime?
Give me a number.
I don't know, 150.
No. You were close. 4,153.
I was close.
Yeah, the 150 part, right?
Yeah, okay.
4,153. That's a lot.
I'm definitely
And that's
way
yeah.
below average.
This is surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. 2 people face charges in Clearfield County after state police were called to a Dollar General. A woman wearing a hard hat, holding a crock pot lid as a shield, carrying a bathroom scale. What the what? 25-year-old Tiffany Kerfoot was under the influence of drugs and said that people were chasing her and trying to hurt her. She also said, I just saw a murder at my house.
Oh, my.
Her 26-year-old boyfriend was there when they got there. Nobody had been murdered. But that is when they found out Kerfoot has a drug problem.
Yeah, possibly.
As they were walking out, a trooper spotted a glass marijuana pipe in the middle of the living room floor. And there's a misdemeanor, possession of drug, paraphernalia. And Kerfoot was taken to the hospital, cited for public drunkenness. So, yeah, there's something afoot at the Dollar General.
That's a shame.
That is a shame. That is the second day in a row that we've had a bizarre story from that
Dollar
particular.
General.
Yeah. Haven't had a story about them in years.
I know. It's been ages.
Yeah, that's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Video has surfaced of Aquaman star Jason Momoa calling Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's 3-year-old daughter to wish her a happy birthday.
And you know what?
He didn't call you, did he? It's pretty
Shouldn't
cool.
you be calling just like 3-year-olds of random people?
No.
She's The Rock's kid.
Yeah.
Maybe The Rock could just tell her happy birthday and that'd be pretty special.
Would you
And
just stop? That's really, really cool. Hey, this weekend is a special weekend. A lot of folks going to be watching the Oscars. And for people who are going to be there, they're taking no chances. COVID-19, going to have mandatory masks and social distancing. It's all happening on Sunday.
oh, they'll look so lovely in their beautiful gowns and their masks.
I bet they're going to have some, but if you watch it, probably see, if anyone watches it, but there's going to be some awesome masks, it says, I'm sure.
gosh.
And Brad Pitt was photographed exiting a Beverly Hills medical center. He is going to be on the ensemble roster. He is going to be presenting this Sunday. So he wanted to look great, get, pearly whites all fixed up for this thing. He's coming out of a dental center. But they said he also had his wisdom teeth removed.
Wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
I had mine out when I was like 20.
Well, Brad Pitt's a late bloomer, Heidi.
I guess so.
All right. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. What a story here. New York City man steals a CBS News van and takes it for a joyride through Manhattan. He crashed multiple times. My favorite headline online for this, I saw this on the internet, and it says, can we call this breaking news?
So they just, left this unattended with keys in it?
I'm not sure. I don't know
Sounds
what
like
happened.
they're as thorough with making sure the car is parked properly as they are with their investigative
Would
reporting.
you just stop? Florida daredevil caught on camera driving through a traffic arm and jumping his car over a rising drawbridge.
How crazy is that?
Police say they have identified the driver and he will likely face charges. I gotta just admit, the 12-year-old in me was like, ooh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But then, the adult in me
super dangerous.
was like, yeah, that's really dangerous.
But that would be pretty cool.
But it would be interesting. Don't do it, by the way.
No,
don't
don't do it.
do that.
Crazy
And,
dangerous.
Yeah, don't do it. But if you do, make sure it's on video. But don't do it. Ever. Never. NYPD confiscated a gun. And there's people going, okay, who cares? Well, it was a T-shirt gun. It was a T-shirt cannon mounted to the roof of a rapper's Humvee.
So did they take it because he was causing problems
I don't
with
know.
it?
It doesn't
or did they
really
take it
say.
because they thought it was something
I'll
else?
see if I can get more info on this, but...
because is that illegal?
I don't know. But I can tell you,
To have
know
a
who else
T-shirt
wanted
cannon?
to have a T-shirt cannon?
You did.
I wanted to put it on the roof of a vehicle and drive through parades shooting out T-shirts and candy. I said, you know how cool that would be? And Heidi was the voice of reason. I know that shocks everybody. But she said, we are not going to do that. It sounds dangerous. So we didn't do it. A team of MIT scientists have translated the structure of a spider web into music. I don't know what it sounds like, but that's interesting.
Huh.
And one final story here. STDs have reached an all-time high in the United States for not the first year, second year, third year, sixth consecutive year. It's getting worse and worse and worse. So guys out there, come on, everybody, be careful out there.
I have an awesome joke, but you won't let me tell it.
I won't let you tell it. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Our guest today is Gatsby Randolph. I'm excited to visit with him. We've got the Oscars coming up. We got the big award show this weekend. And he's got a really cool story that put him right on the red carpet. And we're going to just start from the beginning. Gatsby, tell me, how in the world did all of this stuff get started?
First, like any type of hometown hero, I was sort of like a big fish in a small pond going to Memphis, Tennessee. At the time, I was a DJ and serial entrepreneur. And then when I was 21, I owned a nightclub. That still didn't, fix my itch for entertainment. I really wanted to be in the music industry. So I started managing an artist, and we got a record deal offer at Universal Republic here in Los Angeles. So that brought me to L.A. And on day one, I think I'm going to get $1 million check, and finally my dreams are going to come true. By the time the second meeting happened, another executive walks in a room, and quintessential Hollywood story, he ruins the deal, and I'm homeless. I literally have nowhere to go.
Oh,
And
man.
so from that moment on, I just would record everything. Like, I had been recording my life maybe 5 years prior to that. I had two choices. I was either going to go home and start over or stay in Hollywood since I was already here and figure this thing out and crack the case on how to make your dreams come true. And now we have Who is Gatsby Randolph?
And the documentary titled Who is Gatsby Randolph? And by the way, the answer to that, the guy we're talking to right now is Gatsby Randolph. But he's also the guy that you see on the red carpets with people like Reese Witherspoon, Vince Vaughn, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer. Now, when you started working on this project, did you have any idea how it was going to end? And are you kind of happy with the finished product?
Oh, man, it's so many things, so many moving parts have to go right because this is a detail I want to tell people, let you know, directors comment. When you watch the film, it's going to play as if I recorded every day of my life, every second, every minute to make these things match, which is false. But the story is true. So there's a scene in the movie with me and Jay-Z. What happened was I had an investor who wanted to partner with me on a business venture, but they wanted Jay-Z to be a part of it, and I didn't know Jay-Z. So there's a part of the movie where I'm going across the world, literally from New York to L.A. to Paris, to hunt Jay-Z down and to make him under the allurement of Gatsby Randolph. In one of the scenes, you see me give Jay-Z, because I have a special cigar, and I give him this cigar, we start talking, and then you sort of see where the story goes from there. That scene is about, 45 seconds of me and Jay-Z, but it took us 2 years to capture that.
Oh, wow.
Because that story happened in real life, but I wasn't making a movie when these things happened. So in order to do this, I had to go back and reenact my life of what really happened. Meaning, I had to go find Jay-Z again, I had to find an appropriate time to give him a cigar again, and I had to hope that we catch it. So it's really like, have you ever seen the movie Goldfinger?
Yeah, absolutely. Eddie Murphy. And it was a movie about them making a movie with other people, but they didn't know they were in the movie. I love that.
Yes, we had to make this entire thing like that. So the thing is, like, the people knew me, but they didn't know I was making a movie. So the names that you see on the list, it's very hard to make a movie with everyone from Jay-Z to Jeff Bezos and everyone in between. All these people, if you have the biggest budget in Hollywood, it's hard to make a movie with them. It's almost impossible to make a movie that they don't even know they're in.
And you did it without a giant budget, too.
Yeah, so now that it's finally here, I'm overwhelmed.
Now, it is Oscar weekend, and there's a fun part of this movie that happens on the red carpet at the Oscars where you're holding an Oscar statue. Tell me about that.
Most people in Hollywood, until the movie comes out, they think that I won an Oscar, but I haven't. What happened was, as I'm trying to close this deal, the investors, they want to go to Vanity Fair's Oscar party. And this is the hardest party in the world to get into. Okay? And so after the Oscars, I remember, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew a lady who was married to a guy who won an Oscar in 1994. I convinced the lady to let me see her husband's Oscar. I take an entourage of 10 people, and we go down to Vanity Fair. And when I get there, everyone assumes, here comes Gatsby. Congratulations on your new movie. He just won an Oscar tonight. And, Good Morning America is interviewing me. BBC is interviewing me. The Hollywood Report, everyone is interviewing me as an Oscar winner. And here comes Steven Spielberg. Congratulations, Gatsby. Tom Ford. Like, everyone, because they had seen me, but no one knew what I did for a living. So they just assumed that when I had the Oscar, that, connected the dots. That, he's a film producer. Of course, Gatsby's a film producer.
I love it.
So that's the whole thing. And then, we made the movie about it. And to even shoot that scene, we had to record that 3 years in a row.
So you've been on the red carpet a lot. Now you've got a project out. Who knows? Maybe someday you will win an Oscar.
Either we're going to win the Oscar or we're going to inspire the world in the process. And I'm really comfortable with either one of those things.
Again, the documentary is called Who is Gatsby Randolph? He's been our guest today as well. I've got a link to all of the information in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The healthiest place in the world is where? What do you think? Healthiest place in the world.
The healthiest place.
Just say a place.
I don't know. New Hampshire.
No. Why? Very close, though. Not even close. Healthiest place in the world is Panama.
Oh.
A small valley in Panama has garnered the distinction of being the world's healthiest place to live, according to a report. They call it the Shangri-La Valley, home to beautiful scenery, low cost of living, and significantly longer life expectancy in the area. In all the world's healthiest areas, they have one common factor. It says warm climates, active social scene, healthy food, and a slower pace of life makes daily life less stressful.
Sounds
and that's more than one thing in
lovely.
common. They have several things in common. And that is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Australia. The Australian Navy is under fire after a dance troupe was hired to celebrate the unveiling of a new supply ship. And while the top brass was standing there, this dance troupe was twerking. So it's
Now that's super classy.
whole different kind of dance troupe than what they thought they hired. So I wonder who's in charge of that. Can you imagine
They're probably
the
not
top
in charge
brass
next time.
standing there like, what's going on here? These dancers are not what we thought we hired. I think it's kind of funny, actually, but it also, I bet someone probably did lose their job or lose some stripes or get demoted or something
lose some
over that deal.
stripes.
Something. I don't know. It is a news headline from somewhere in this world, brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Florida woman is accused of stealing a car from a dealership. This was her story. I'm taking it for a test drive. 34-year-old Shantaria Nicole Story was charged with grand theft, according to the police department. Winter Haven Police is where this happened. She visited a place called the Chevy Center and said she wanted to buy a car. They'd been emailing back and forth, she and an associate at the dealership, to arrange a visit. She was shown a 2021 Chevrolet Equinox. Because of COVID-19 restrictions, they do not allow employees to ride with customers now.
Oh, boy.
Employee made a copy of her license, told her to take a short test drive. An hour and a half later, they were trying to call, couldn't connect with her all of a sudden.
Oh, boy.
That's when they called the police. They said it was obvious that she was not returning. The vehicle was equipped with OnStar, by the way, and a GPS navigation system, which made it really easy for them to track where she went. She was booked into the jail, so yeah. She had a great plan, except for the fact that it wasn't a very great plan. That is today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. Very sad story here. A man was arrested on charges that he deliberately ran over and killed a goose. A goose that had been a fixture at a local sports bar for over a decade. 40-year-old Nathan Haskins was hit with felony aggravated animal cruelty. March 20th is when this happened. A place called Barnyard. It's in a Nashville neighborhood. Feathered creature described as a friendly little critter and had been a mainstay there at Sam's Blue Turtle Bay Marina, a bar and grill, for about 15 years. They said this thing has been close to 15 years. This thing's been hanging around. The driver of the black sedan was on surveillance video stopping in front of the bird. The driver then accelerated, deliberately ran into the bird, and then sped away.
Geez, see, that was going to be my next question. Was it on purpose, or was he tipsy when he left?
So.
But it kind of
Anonymous tipster told investigators that that Haskins, while at the bar, confessed to the murder. He later confirmed to the police that I was the driver.
Oh, that's not nice.
$3,000 bond for the guy. That's just a bad.
Jeez,
dude.
$3,000
Yeah,
for running over a goose.
Yeah, don't do it. It's a bad idea. today's Moment of Duh.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Heidi, tell me, South Creek in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
South Creek, I'll say
South
golf
Creek.
course.
And the answer is, shh, everybody, shh.
Woo!
Hey, Heidi,
Woo!
got it right. Yeah.
2 in a row.
Wow, you're doing good.
That's how it's
That is the
done.
longest streak you've had in
It is.
weeks.
It really is.
So I guess we'll see how things go in the future. That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. This, I think, starts out as a sad story, then turns into a good story. So here we're going to say the beginning. Restaurant owner offers a burglar a job instead of pressing charges. It's kind of cool. Owner of a restaurant in Georgia offering a man who burglarized his business a job. Carl Wallace is the owner of a place called Diablo's Southwest Grill. Somebody smashed through their front door with a brick, tried to steal cash from the register, but there was no cash in the register. He says, my initial response was, anger and frustration.
Right.
Then I realized we're going to have to kind of put up a Facebook post about our door looking really bad because we're going to put up 2 sheets of plywood over the front to just get through the day. And he said, it really kind of occurred to me then, that was Easter weekend is when this happened. I'm going to extend an olive branch. And he said, I'm going to extend a layer of forgiveness and kindness and give the would-be robber some redemption and a different path. So instead, he posted an offer. Instead of saying, hey, I'm trying to find this person, he's going, I'm going to give you an opportunity to come here and work.
And get money the right way.
So it says, no police, no
fantastic.
questions. Let's sit down and talk about how we can help you and we can fix the road you're on. It's really cool. He put his phone number on there. He put just a really nice heartfelt message. It says, to the would-be robber who's clearly struggling with life decisions or having money issues, please swing by for a job application. There are better opportunities out there than this path you've chosen. My personal cell is, and boom, it's right there. It's actually there. It's on the internet.
Is there an update? Did the guy
It says,
contact?
since his offer was posted, he says he's heard from outlets all across the world to share the story. Many pastors around the country also supporting his choice, saying, how can we help?
Right.
So I think it's really, really cool that he did what he did, and there's no update on here saying if the person came forward and said, that was me, and I will take the job. Here's the thing I'll say. Whether that was you or that wasn't you, this sounds like the kind of guy that I'd want to work for.
Absolutely.
I'd say, you know what? That wasn't me. If I need to throw a rock through the window to get a job, I will. But
I would love to work for you.
I'd rather not throw the rock through the window. Can you just bring me on board? I think that's a really neat story. I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.